Hey everyone, thought I'd do the video on a situation that happened to me. Um, uh, there's obviously a video on my channel which is not of my usual content. Almost about 6 months ago, and yeah, I thought I'd give you guys some of the details that allegedly happened. At the moment, nothing, no action has been really like I say no action. There's been a case file given to the CPS. The CPS have sent things to and fro, but I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. So what happened? I went to the job centre, as you can obviously see. That's clear, and I didn't have a meeting or anything, but I had like just some questions about, I think it was like the cost of living payment, and try and make a complaint or get some answers as to some things that I had trouble with trying to understand, because like most of this year I've just been like frequently having to go to the job center um, to tell them about how I'm looking for jobs, and how I'm applying for jobs, even to the point where they wanted me, like to tell them what jobs I was applying for. And I was thinking, like, I was like, okay, like, oh yeah, that's fine, all right. And then I go to, I think it was like data protection, like regulations, data protection, um, about your like personal information, and it states in data protection that they need to make it clear why they need this information, what it's going to be used for, um, because it's like it's personal. Who I decide to work for, who I like, it is entirely my choice, and they wanted the details. So I asked them. I said, oh yeah, like I'm happy to provide you with some details, or like, but I need to know what you're going to do with this information, how this information is going to be used. Um, and that was the end of the conversation. Basically, they didn't, it was like, okay, you don't have to do it. Don't worry about it. All right then. Um, so that was a bit odd. And but obviously that didn't help. Really didn't help me, because I think that really kind of made them upset. And so I was going to like frequent visits. Um, to yeah, just talk about my situation. I've been working for a long time, in the care and hospitality industry, and construction industry, and so yeah, I'm very familiar with applying for jobs, writing up CVs, and so forth. Given my references and experiences, and so yeah, from like this is all alleged, um, because I don't have the evidence of. Like, I don't have the recordings of the things that I'm basically going to be piecing together. That's missing from the videos. So the member of staff that you see sat in front of me that was not willing to continue with the interview. It was he wanted, in his terms, wanted to terminate it. Really, really bad attitude from the start, and that's okay. Everyone can have a bad day. That's fine. Um, but yeah, he was like asking me to provide ID to prove who I am, and I said, well, I don't have it on me, but I'm more than happy to answer the security questions, because whenever if you phone up the helpline, the helpline only deals with payments, and then and yeah, payments and debt arrange, like paying back like money that you borrowed, and also if you've got debts, like say that's also being paid off by your benefits, then yeah, you use the telephone. But no, he didn't want that. He just said no, ID only, and I'm like, and I'd admit, I said like, you're being an asshole, like you're not, like I come in here on a near like monthly basis. Um, how can you guys not remember like dealings with me, like, or who I am? Or and also be just being difficult about the security questions, or just trying to, like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. So we sit down, we have a discussion, and about like, yeah, cost of living payments. They've stopped now. They don't do them anymore. They did it. Yeah. So this was like the last one, or second to last, um, and so yeah, I'm asking about it, and he's just saying, yeah, you're gonna have to phone. You've got to phone some helpline, or and speak to them, and so yeah, I was trying to get some understanding with that, and then I was asking questions about some meetings that I've been having. I had one like group meeting where we're just, there's like three of us, three of us, three people claiming benefits in the same field, two like painters, or people that like labor. I think one of them is a laborer, and we're just, yeah, just talking about our situation in front of these two random people that I've never met before in my life, never seen them before in the job center. It honestly just seemed like a gaslighting event, um, because it literally led to nothing. It was like, oh yeah, let's talk about your experiences. Oh, let's talk about um, the industry. Oh, places you could look for work. And then I was like, oh, that's great. Oh, that was a lovely conversation. All right, bye guys. It's like, well, what was the point of all of that? Yeah, just to sit around and have a chin wag. Um, so yeah, so I was asking about that member of staff. I said, oh, so who is this person? I've never met them before. I've never seen them in this place. Uh, but and I also didn't really find it that helpful. And he's saying, oh, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter who he is. It does, yeah, irrelevant. I'm like, right, but clearly it was for something. Like, why would why I had a week of meetings with, like, one of them. I had to go to the church across the road, do a little job search, and then leave. Do a job search on their laptops, and the whole place is kitted up with about 7 cameras, and then there's like a monitor there, like showing you like all the different cameras. Bizarre. But that's the job place. That's the place where you can go look for jobs. So I don't know if that was like some sort of loophole that they wanted to try and use, like just to see what places that I go to look, and yeah, like the job hunt. It's a lot of these agencies that are picking up these jobs and distributing them to 0 hour contracts. And unless you're willing to pay like a membership on another site, or pay commission, what I think is commission um, for just getting in contact with people to talk about a job, then so yeah, you obviously need money to make money. And so yeah, I was a bit frustrated, and so we're a bit like back and forth. And so I then ask him, saying like, why do I keep different work coaches? There's nobody that's assigned just for myself. Like, because there's one person in that office that just deals with painters, and I've spoken to him a few times, and then I'll just get passed around onto this person, onto another person, um, and it's just literally asking like how I'm doing. So yeah, I dealt with that for I don't know how many months. Um, and so yeah, I got my phone out, started to record. Because this is like it's like an open office. So as you go in through the doors, you've got um, a little area which is like a lobby, and the lobby is in the same space as where all the people that get claiming benefits, we're all in earshot of each other, um, and of the lobby. So if anyone's sat in the lobby, if anyone's on one of the computers, reading of like the jobs that they used to advertise, then you're gonna hear what's going on inside. So, yeah, I've got a phone out. I'm recording. He's like, no, you can't. Like, I'm not prepared to talk to you if you're gonna be recording. Um, Terminating the interview, Jeremy. Um, can you remove him, please? And I said, well, recording's a civil matter. Like, I'm in a public place. This is from my memory, by the way. Like, I've not seen any. I've not seen the bits that are missing from my video. I've not seen. Um, and there'd be like this security's body worn camera, as well as the CCTV. Whether or not that's got audio, I don't know. And at one point, the security guard turns his camera off on his chest, and takes it off. So they're like, yeah, you're gonna have to leave. And if you don't leave now, we're gonna call the police on you. This is also the guy that was trying to help me. He said, yeah, we're gonna call the police on you, and have you removed. They'll remove you. And I said, well, like, recording's a civil matter. Like, I'm trying to get some help with my inquiries. And then Jeremy's like, he's now out, like, walking over, and he's like, yeah, like, there's signs on the wall, like, you can't record. And so I said, okay, but and then yeah, like, you've seen what, if you've seen if you've seen what I said, like, that bit's on video, so I don't need to repeat myself on that. But and then so the camera cuts out, um, and he's he was sat on a table like at one point, like just chatting to me, and I'm still sat down on the chair. Oh, look at that sun coming through. And so I'm saying, like, surely you know common law, um, like this is a public place. I'm allowed to record, um, and you've just said yourself, like, this is a government facility. Um, it's not illegal to record inside, like, government premises, or what have you. And so yeah, he pulls the chair, allegedly, from underneath me. Um, and I said, look, you can't do that. Like, police are gonna have to come now. I was like, because before I was saying, like, like, if police come, they're gonna come to educate you that I'm allowed to record. Uh, and I said, no, now the police have to come because that's unwanted contact. Like, that's like, you don't just pull the chair out from underneath someone. And and he's like, it's like he's walked away, um like to the door or something. And so I'm like, turned just to the member of staff and said, look, can I get a manager, because um I want to make a complaint. Like, um you two are clearly just um do like are just out of control. And then with that, he's grabbed he's grabbed my phone out of my hand, and he's decided to, like, lose his job, WWE style. So yeah, he's like grabbed me by the chest and then slammed me onto the table that was behind me, allegedly. So yeah, I've yeah, fell over the table, like full um flip sort of thing, and landed on this woman. Like I've collided with this woman that sat to the table on the other side, and like somehow like contact with the computer's like fell over. She's I'm now like on the like hit the ground, sort of thing, on the other side of the table, and she's darted off, like scared, scared. She let out like a little like scream or something, like, um and I'm just I'm still conscious, so, and I'm hurting a little bit. So I get up, I come round the table again, to where the chair was, where he pulled it out from underneath me, and I go sit on the chair. I don't rush up. I don't rush up to him. Like, at this point, like, he's already get like unwanted contact, and now it's like it's a robbery because I don't have my phone. and and so yeah, we're chatting, and then I say something about, well, like, then the video comes back. So the video's cut out the bit where it's, yeah, threatened for arrest, um, and the second assault, and then the camera starts recording again, and it's in his arm, and he's like, and then that's when you hear him say about, you're always making complaints and this and that, and um and then he switched it off, and I've then said to him, look, give me my phone. I've been sat there for like a minute or two. I've now gone, give me my phone. Um, like, that's mine. So it's like, if I want to phone the police, if I want to record this anymore, or if I just want to leave, like whatever my options are, like I'm not leaving without my property. So he's not listening, and it's just like, and he's just kind of like laughing to himself, like yeah, he done something hilarious. Um, and so I've approached him now. I've got up out of my chair allegedly, and I've kicked him in the shoulder. Uh, like if you see the size of the guy, like he towers over the two police officers that were sent to arrest him. I think honestly he probably could have took both of them on, but yeah. Anyway, and so yeah, I've just like up to the shoulder, just give him a kick, and it was a bit of a kick. Like it wasn't like a swing kick; it was more like a push kick. Anyway, it's enough to get him angry, and so allegedly, he then uh, puts his hands around my neck, both his hands, and now that he's got control of my neck, he's now moving me behind the table that I was sitting in front of at the start, like back when I was having uh, like the initial, like the first meeting of that day, and so yeah, he's like he's choking me. By this point, and also by this point, like because the first assaults happened, where I fell over the table. Like, now everyone's like sort of like, all right, like this is serious. They've all like maybe 20, 30 people were in the office at the time. Have now like got up and they're like sort of surrounding us. And they're like shouting, "Get off of him!" and all of this. Or like some of the customers. So yeah, he's now like choking me with both hands, whilst taking me like behind the other table so that he can pin my back up allegedly up against the wall where there's like a door handle or something jamming, like sticking now into my spine allegedly. And that goes on for like 15, 20 seconds maybe. He's really trying to force both his hands like around my neck for it to like collapse, and and pushing me backwards, and I can't do nothing. Like not one thing. I can't get. I didn't swing no arms. I don't stomp my feet. My feet were still on the ground, but like no, I had no strength to do anything. And the customer, oh, I said customer, another lovely lady. Um, I'm not gonna say her name. I know her name. Or well, everyone's now around this desk. Um, well, not everyone. A few people are still sat at their table, sat at the desks. But it feels as though majority of people are now like watching and either saying something or not saying something. But yeah, this lady gets in between us and she's like, "Get off of him! Get off of him! You're gonna kill him or something." And like you can't like. And then yeah, so eventually he lets go of me. Because he's used all of his arm strength and he didn't really think that he was gonna get anywhere, I guess. So I then like walked away from where he stood, like the other side of the table to the front of it now instead of behind it, and I'm now catching my breath. I'm like trying to breathe and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, I think to myself, I'm not gonna attack him again, unless I don't get my phone back. So as I've got my back turned, one of the staff puts my phone in my pocket. Um, like they stood behind me and they put my phone, yeah, back in my pocket. So I I take the phone out and I'm like, right, well, right, if you guys are not called the police, I'll phone them. And I said, yeah, I'm not gonna say like. So I then about to go outside, and I seen two the lady that helped, the lady that intervened. It wasn't a member of staff, and I seen another lady. It was like, oh, you were right. And I said, no, I'm not. Like, could you do you guys mind being my like witness? I'm gonna phone the police. I'm gonna need people to give an account as to what has happened. Obviously, I don't know these people. I've only just met them under these circumstances. And they said, yeah, like absolutely, like, um, and so yeah, I went outside, out front of it, and uh, and now they're all looking, like to see like they're looking at they're chatting to him, to the security guard, like telling him like you've messed up or whatever, like, or trying to butter him up, like, yeah, we got the police in our back pocket, or I don't know what they were saying, but they're just chatting and looking at me as I like to see if I'm gonna do anything else. But no, I went out the front and phoned the police, and yeah, so police show up, took statements, took my statement, I gave an account, took statements from witnesses, but we were all together. Like, they didn't separate us when we were giving our like testimony, or yeah, our statement. And so they said, "Oh, what happened?" And I told them like what assaults he done on me. Um, and then after I said, "Oh yeah," and then I kicked him. And then they said, "Well, he hit you first." And I was like, "Yeah," and then they're like, "Well, yeah, they can't do that." Allegedly, well, obviously, all of this is allegedly, because none of it's been like, this has not been before the judge. So, uh, so yeah, there's still things that need to be like investigated on like and understood. Um, but yeah, so I give the account, um, and then so yeah, they go in, have a chat with the members of staff, and yeah, later on I find out that they wanted me arrested for what I was doing, but the the police didn't, no, they didn't arrest me. They didn't put any charges on me for what I'd done. They basically said that what I had done was like self defense. And so I looked into self defense like afterwards, because obviously I don't, I'm not like great with law. I know some stuff, like with all the public photography and stuff, and that, um, for something to be a public place, it's time, place, and manner. Section 33. I think it's the Criminal Justice Act. And so yeah, I read up and it says, yeah, like if someone's stolen something from you, then like yeah, it would be classed as self defense if you were like, well, like, I guess within like reasonable amount of force. Um, I didn't think was I was excessive from my side. If anything, it was excessive on the opposite. And so yeah, so it's 3 days now away from 6 months, and the last 3 months there's been no updates, nothing, nothing to tell you. Um, the first update was, well, we're gonna wait for the CPS for the charges. It's like, okay, CPS are going to do your job, but alright. Because obviously they want to make sure that there's the likelihood of conviction. Right now, I don't see that really happening. But yeah, so they take a victim statement, and my statement of what happened. They took photos. I've got photos of my back, um, of my neck. It's like a few scratches on my leg, but you can see there's marks of like where his hands were, like fingers were like poked in. There's like um, I think they call it abrasion on my back. It's just like a cut, like yeah, like a cut or something, but it it doesn't really leave that much of a scar. It's just more like yeah, I think it's called an abrasion, and I, I'm I'm hanging, literally hanging. Um, like thank God I got strong legs and that my legs didn't really get that damaged because then I think then I would have needed an ambulance. But yeah, no ambulance was called for me by the police, or like I didn't call an ambulance. Like my bike was out the front, and I didn't bring my padlock, so I was, I was more concerned about my bike than I was my own well being really. So that's basically me in a nutshell. And so yeah, I jump on my bike um, after the incident. So yeah, I'm going back to the incident because I missed out a bit, and then yeah, I cycled home, went to A&E, got checked out at A&E. Barely even got checked out at A&E. They didn't even touch me. How bad I, I think she looked at my back, like looked at it, um, looked at my neck, and was like, "Yeah, you're right. Um, we'll give you some painkillers," and they gave me like minimal amount of stuff. So I was like, two painkillers enough to get through the day, and then it was like one codeine, so some morphine tablets at night, and they're highly addictive. I was like, great. Um, and now I'm on like uh, amitriptyline, um, for the pain to just to for like to get me to sleep, and I'm on more than just one. So back to the police. Yeah, they're just literally giving me nothing uh, with regards to what's going on, what's happening. They just said, oh yeah, waiting for the CPS to put charges on. All right, great. CPS want access to your medical records. All right, I grant you access. Uh, but now I'm thinking like I'm sure somewhere in there may be like some NDA in there, but I'd have to know if there was an NDA. I think, and so yeah, I yeah. The last thing they said was that they've sent a case file off to the CPS, and now it's sat with the CPS, um, and so yeah, just waiting now for the last 3 months to hear about like whether or not CPS is going to take it on, or what the charges are, or like whatever. But yeah, it's not going to be this side of Christmas, and Yeah, I can really see them not really doing anything about it, but it's still open. It's still an ongoing case. So supposedly, uh, but yeah, I'm having a hard time believing the police because the police are notorious liars, and I'm unable to do a personal injury claim because they're unwilling to press charges. He's been granted bail because there's not enough evidence um, to make a charge, even though we've got two witnesses, supposedly CCTV that takes about 10 days to arrive, but and body worn camera, as well as my footage, which I sent to them, that somehow is missing crucial bits that I've I've allegedly discussed on here today, as well as multiple other people's accounts, that people that were also present. And so yeah, uh, NHS. I'm not really that interested in fixing it, like trying to like tell me what my options are for treatment. It took me 4 months. Well, after 4 months of being in pain, did I get them to do an X-ray on my back. They didn't X-ray my neck, and they just printed off the results. They didn't show me my X-ray images. They just printed off to talk about my thoracic spine, the vertical spine, and that there's no deformities and no fractures to be seen. And so I said, okay, that's great, that's cool. I've done a little research online because I've got plenty of time on my hands. And obviously, I've said to them, look, obviously you can't believe everything that you read online, but from the advice of your own government website, it kind of contradicts the physiotherapy that you put in place for me, because it says like, yeah, if you do exercises and your pain gets worse, to stop doing the exercise. And I'm in pain all the time, every day. Maybe 1 or 2 days. It's probably been like a week in the 6 months that it's been like manageable and thinking, oh yeah, I can go back to work, and then like I'll do a bit of exercise, and then the next day I'm in a lot of pain, because whatever exercise I was doing is aggravated my back further, and we don't know what it is, what's hurting, what's the cause of my pain, and they're not really interested to find out themselves from it's like 6 months of not really doing much. Agenda 2030. And so I'm now on a MRI waiting list. Supposedly they've had my application sent to them, but they haven't looked into it yet. What does that mean? You know that I'm waiting an MRI, but you're not interested to do anything about it, because obviously MRI is very expensive, and according to the nurses, it was almost like, 'cause, 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 ' like they're saying that there's a large amount of there's a large chance that they won't find anything even if they do the MRI. It's like, well, not according to people that like to websites that talk about back pains. Like you're not going to be able to find out if my spine isn't damaged if from an X-ray, according to sources. And this is kind of why I've wanted to bring this on here. Obviously, they're going to prevent a lot of this from really getting out, but still going to pursue it, even if I gotta go to the media, sell this story to Sky News or something, Sky News Australia, um, and yeah, right now I don't know what my options are. I'm slowly losing my mind with it all, like slowly going crackers. Um, so yeah, like that's pretty much. Oh, and yeah, so back to the X-rays. So I said, oh yeah, great. Can I get copies of the X-rays, please? Mm, yeah, yeah. You guys make a subject access request and you get it. What? And like I also asked them for my medical. I asked my surgery for my medical records. They and they obliged. They sent it to me immediately. So why have I got to make a subject access request just to get the images of the X-ray? Oh well, okay. Send off a subject access request. 4 weeks later. Oh yeah. Give him a call. Can I get those X-rays? What's the status on those? Oh yeah, I spoke to radiology and they just need to print them off. Yeah, but they need to, and we need to send them off to you. So they haven't been printed and they haven't been sent yet. Well, today's the deadline. So what are you gonna do about that? Yeah, there's nothing like there's nothing we can do. Like I'm just waiting on radiology. Same with the MRI. Nonsense. But again, maybe there's a waiting list. I need to do a bit of an investigation on that. So I go make a complaint. Go to the ICO. ICO's like, you gotta make sure you gotta make a complaint with them first, and um, and give an opportunity to sort it before it comes to us. So I write out a letter to complaints, send it over same day. I get somebody else now communicating with me through email with the NHS, and she sends me a link. So I access the link, open up the file. Oh yeah, boom, 2 images. Download, view. Okay, view. Clicked on it. Boom, signed you out. Okay. Type in password again. Time's expired. Password invalid. Okay. Type up a new email to that lady. Yeah, can get on. Can you send me another one, please? Thank you. Boom, sent. Yep, but check my phone. There's another text. New password. Great. Let's go and type that in. Okay, same again. Open up. Looking at the images. Boom, signed up. Can you send me another one? Because for some reason it won't last like longer than 5 seconds. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Send it again. Put in the password again. View the image. Signed out straight away. I'm annoyed now. All right. Can you just print off these images and just send them to me? Just save all of this like online stuff, and then she did email me back like later on that day, but I didn't even notice. till like maybe the next week. Um, remembered that I made a complaint and I should be going to the ICO if they do not comply because they've got a deadline of 20 days in order to finish their internal investigations. Okay. Um, she said like yeah we can send it to you in it on a disc if that would help. No, that won't help. And I said, give me access to the website again, but can you make it sure that it doesn't last long, that it doesn't, that I can stay signed in longer than 5 seconds? And then there's a new link, um, and this time, yeah, like I go onto the website, open up the web page and get the images. Downloaded them. Plus, I got like a screen recording on my phone. So even if I got signed out this time, which I didn't think to do on the previous times, like I barely was even able to view the images. It just like I just saw one image for like 2 seconds. Downloaded them, got the screen recordings, and yeah, so I'm like looking at it, and there's something going on in that area, in between the shoulder blades, and it's not quite clear to me because I a lot of like I don't know I've never seen the inside of myself. Like I don't know what I'm looking at. I need to compare it to somebody else, or like yeah, to get some understanding. But it doesn't. It definitely seems like structurally there's something going on in the spine and rib area. Um, but so I've been like my back like was like almost like numb of like pain and stuff, and if I lift up my arms, um, immediately I get like tingling all up my arms and stuff, and like extending my arm out, the discs that I got in my back, they hurt from like contacting like flesh or something, um, and like yeah, so I'm speaking to trying to get like answers for the doctor. Doctor seems to think it's a flesh issue. Carry on with your physiotherapy, and you'll get better. Um, but yeah, like the first day that I was in physiotherapy, I was making noise because I'm in pain. Like, and obviously, yeah, like now that I've got understanding from somebody that's from a website that talks about back pains and stuff, and about your tolerance levels, like you have to work through the pain, and you've got to know when your tolerance has been met. um, and I've been speaking to the doctor. He's like, oh yeah, like you want to avoid like heavy lifting, because there's a chance you can like whatever healing you've done you can undo again, by pushing yourself too much, and so yeah, yeah, no idea what my options are for getting my back fixed. I got whiplash in the neck as another injury, and then like yeah, all my shoulders was just torn muscles and that. Um, but I still had quite good mobility with the neck. It hurts, but still like still able to like turn my neck and it not be too painful. A lot of it's in my back. Um, and yeah, so going to gonna have to gonna have to seek professionals' advice, or like I don't know what's gonna like make life easier, to be less painful, like, and how long this is gonna be, because doctors are saying, well, like you're still quite young. um Really, it should have healed up in about 3 or 4 months. um and then I spoke to physio after 4 months, and he said, yeah, it could take 6 months. So I'm thinking, 6 months from now, that's gonna be 10 months. um and again, that's a guess, because the doctors are also saying, oh, like, yeah, someone like you, back injury, like torn muscle or what have you, takes, yeah, about 3 4 months. But yeah, regardless of how long it's gonna take, um like, yeah, I obviously put in a complaint in to DWP. DWP is like, well, I done a video of that, and then I took it down. But yeah, G4S and DWP are trying to act like two separate parties on this, and so yeah, I got Ice looking at the DWP, and G4S. I don't know who I need to go. I probably need to go to some like ombudsman to get that looked into. So yeah, the guy got fired. He's no longer there, and I don't need to go to their silly, stupid appointments anymore to talk about how great I am, and how um ooh, how I'm looking for jobs and so forth. Um, until the police stuff's been dealt with. Uh, but yeah, the doctors have been signing me off as sick. Uh, yeah. And so I'm guessing with the case file, that means that they've got charges that they're thinking of doing, but obviously with the delay of the CPS, supposedly, which is low nonsense, because they've got they're fast tracking protesters. Protesters have already been arrested and done with. So all of this stuff with the CPS is nonsense. I don't believe that they've sent it to the CPS. They're basically gonna long this out as long as possible to prevent me from getting the compensation I deserve, and also preventing me from getting the help that I deserve. I'm not entitled to any victim compensation or victim support. Uh, yeah, they're denying me access. Nobody contacted me from victim support. I contacted them, and then they said, "Oh well, no, we can't help you because it's got to be within the first 3 months." So yeah, January 2030, guys. Don't talk. You know, a man is a man and a woman is a woman. You know, you can't choose what you want to be. and it's because we calling these twisted transvestites, where they're trying to put that ideology on high, and all this Palestine nonsense, the war. It's obviously deliberate. They know who I am. They know about my YouTube channel, and they just want to do whatever they can to um, shut me down and to put me down, prevent eyes from seeing this. YouTube's helping, assisting in that, because they won't let me do notifications on content that you guys would find interesting, and they're shadow banning me because there's lower digits above high digits on my algorithm, on my analytics. And why would you give me 3 categories of subscribers that say 0? Shorts, videos, live streams. And then when somebody does join, or somebody does put, I don't know how they managed to break through the matrix thing, the meta. It doesn't want to register it. So yeah, YouTube sucks. It's all a part of the agenda, and yeah, they just want robots. They don't want people to. Yeah, don't like people like us. But so yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna finish this. Don't think I've missed anything. Obviously, everything that I've spoken of is allegedly, and police are just waste of time. Really, a lot of people are just really just putting a report in just so that they can go for the insurance, and the police are not really taking action. Well, they did arrest him, but they didn't put him in handcuffs. And if you notice, he's got his hand over his mouth, and he's got the other hand going down. So it's almost like he's doing some as above, so below. Because he knows I'm going to be there recording. The police have told him, like, look, you're about to do a walk of shame right now. You're gonna have to come with us. And so he's showing his bosses like, oh yeah, I'm still with it. I'm here with the agenda. Till next time.